Hello everyone and welcome back to Closet Gaming. Today we're going to take a look at Autumn Night 3D Shooter. This old school shooter will have you fighting hordes of demons and their summoners. You can buy it on Steam for €4.99 or your regional equivalent. Autumn Night is a throwback to the old times. And by that I mean the times of the original Doom, Quake, or even to some degree the original Wolfenstein 3D. A lot of us look at those times and we see only the good memories of fun we had playing them. But after all the time has passed and many advances have been made in gaming, will a game that is similar to the games of old be fun for a game was spoiled by modern games? Let's find out! So, in terms of mechanics, there really isn't that much to talk about. It is a game that uses simplicity as a mechanic to a certain degree. So, if you're a fan of complicated talent trees, unlocking many new abilities, etc., Autumn Night really isn't a game for you. The mechanics at play here are essentially dodge enemies and their shots, and shoot them. The only other thing you will be doing is looking for health packs and ammo packs, just like the shooters of old. And in the same fashion as the old shooters, you are only getting a few different weapons. Because the game is fantasy themed, the weapons don't really shoot bullets or use them as ammunition. It's all magic based, so you shoot bolts of energy and use crystals for ammo. Not that it changes anything when talking about the gameplay, it's just an aesthetic choice, and one that I like very much, to be honest. And last of all, we have the enemies. As it is the usual case, they can be put into one of two categories, melee and range. As this is a shooter, you probably won't be that surprised by the fact that the majority of enemies are ranged. But because their shoots are magic as well, and thus travel much slower than bullets, you can easily dodge them. And you definitely should. Even though your health is fairly high, enemies will be able to chew through it really quickly unless you play very cautiously. And playing cautiously will be the general theme if you will want to be successful and make it far into the game. What I really love about Autumn Nights is how the shooting feels. Yes, I love the shooting in a game that is essentially 20 years old in terms of its mechanics. That just shows you that technology isn't anything when it comes to how fun the mechanics are. Every shot feels like it's having some impact, and while the spread is pretty huge in my opinion, I can deal with this by playing slower, engaging enemies one at a time instead of the usual "let's rush in and wreck everyone" mentality that is so common in games these days. Here, you have to think about engaging. And if you find yourself under attack by a lot of enemies at once, well, you will feel threatened. And I freaking love that. So, I guess you can see that I really enjoyed how the game plays. So, now let's take a look at the graphics of the game. Obviously, you shouldn't be expecting the best AAA graphics from this. If you are, you're dumb. But most people will come to the game expecting the old school graphics and they will get them. The game has this sort of Lovecraftian vibe to it, as your enemies often have tentacles and weird shapes in general. Or they are the ones who are summoning these demons in. I'm not the biggest fan of the Lovecraftian monsters, to be honest, but here they just look so awesome. Even though the graphics are obviously very limited, each of the monsters are quite distinct and you just know you wouldn't want to meet them in a dark forest, never ever. The music is also one of the biggest strengths of the game. Its vibe makes you feel either chilled to the bone or makes you feel like you're fighting for your very life in the darkest of worlds. The only real problem I have with the game is its performance. Obviously, it is a problem somewhere in the coding, as I am not the only one reporting it. But the game suffers from frequent frame drops. And it really isn't the strength of the computer that is the problem here. Hope it just gets fixed, and really soon. Other than this, Some people might have an issue with the settings menu, as it is rather simplistic, but in my opinion, it manages to do the things you need a settings menu to do. So, in conclusion, Autumn Night's 3D shooter is a great throwback to the times that are long since gone, but it manages to actually capture the good things from these memories while keeping the things that weren't fun out. Apart from the technical problems it has right now, I can highly recommend it to anyone who loves games like Doom or Wolfenstein 3D. And for once, I think it is also priced well. So you like these old shooters? Yes? Then go and buy this. Well, that's it for today, guys. Hope you liked the review, and if you did, please consider liking it, subscribing to my channel for more gaming reviews, and comment if you have something you would like to add. And if you didn't like the video, well, dislike it. See you all next time with more gaming content.